Hi everyone, Renegade67 here with part 40 of Let's Play Phoenix Wright, Case 5 Last time, we were talking to Lana about SL9. Now she forged. Bad Lana. 2 years ago, I was second in command of detectives investigating Dark. Second in command? That means the chief detective was no doubt Damon Gant. Wasn't that Goodman, or was that the chief invest? Oh, whatever. Okay. Oh! So, when you said that Emma was found in your office, it was your and Gant's office. They even have the same office. Even the best detectives on the force. Detective Goodman, whose case it was, Jake Marshall, and Angel Starr. It was the first time Marshall worked with his brother. He was quite gung-ho. I can see that. Well, that's good to know. He asked him to come in for questioning. You were desperate for evidence. Well, that's a shame. That was when the last murder took place. When he tried to murder Emma. Prosecutor Marshall was trying to save me from Dark. No! Get away from the dark! I know the truth! It's light! You see, the first person who happened on the scene of the crime was me. Oh, what? Wait, didn't we already know that? Anyways. Detective Gant and Prosecutor Marshall were the ones questioning Dark that day. Gant and Neil Marshall. Something definitely went down there. The investigation was in its final stages, and Dark must have panicked. He waited until Gant and Marshall let their guards down, and then fled the room. From there, he ran straight to office shared by Gant and Lana, where Emma was. Why was Emma in Gant and Lana's office? More importantly, why was Emma in Gant's office? That's where he found me. Of course. First person to run to the scene, Lana. Here, so I was filing some papers while Gant and Marshall were questioning Dark. Wait, what? Is that Dark? When I returned to my office, I saw 3 bodies on the floor and smelled blood. 3? So, Marshall, Dark, and Emma? Prosecutor Marshall, the victim, Emma, who had passed out, and the suspect Joe Dark. Ooh! During the struggle, it seems Mr. Marshall struck a foot. Oh ho 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 ho! And there was a lightning strike with a blackout, right? I got a better idea what happened. Marshall took out Dark. He took him down. Everything was cool. Gant comes in and takes out Marshall because he needs evidence against Dark. And if Marshall wins, they don't really have the evidence because all they have is that he tried to kill Emma. And even then, that's only with Neil Marshall's word, I'm assuming. So Gant came in, killed Neil Marshall, and forged a bunch of shit. Joe Dark had incurred a murder concussion? Concussion, okay. And lay unconscious. What did you do? You panicked? That's unusual. Picked up Emma, carried her out of the room, and just held her. Huh. Can't blame her after all her sister must have gone through. Makes sense. Let me get this straight. You were all involved in the SL9 incident? Quite a coincidence. I think not. Oh yeah, Phoenix gets it. He can break the 4th wall too. I wonder. There's no way everyone involved in this trial was also involved in that incident. just by chance. DL6 was sold 15 years ago. Well, technically it wasn't. No, yeah, they quit. Well, no, it wasn't. Crazy. Good old Marshall. This action scam is a surprise to me as well. I am surprised by your surprise. Ever since his brother died, he's changed completely. I'd say you've changed completely too, according to Emma. Well, I guess so. He was kinda right, you did forge. What? Life doesn't end with closing of the case? Yeah, it ended when Joe Dark killed Neil Marshall. That's when Neil's life ended. Or they could commit suicide. Yeah, we're gonna settle it. Just like we settled DL6. Ooh, are we gonna get to investigate that? The office that Mr. Gant now occupies by himself, the chief's office. So, what was your and Lana's your and Gant's office is now just Gant's office. Interesting. Yes, let's. I was wondering what we were gonna get to investigate. Nothing more to talk about. So I'm assuming we can move there. Well, it's not in the immediate vicinity. Blah. So can we present something to you? I mean, again, it seemed like we were gonna get to be able to go there now, but no, we can't. At least not right now. Not from where we are. Attorneys and prosecutors have no. Is this the not good? Ugh. So that means you're not gonna tell us anything. Yep, same thing. Hooray! This doesn't make any sense. Well, I know you're gonna talk to us then, which is dumb. I just assumed since we're presenting like at all times throughout this case, aside from winning trial, of course, that we'd be presenting now. But meh. Thing at Wright & Co. What do you have to say, Emma? Zip. Underground parking lot. Security's office. No one's here today. Not even Miss Star. Everyone's probably busy looking into what exactly went down in the evidence room. That must be where the detectives are. But we proved in court today that no one was murdered in the evidence room at 5:15 p.m. That doesn't mean they weren't murdered earlier. Thought we were finally making some headway in our case. Not quite. Instead, it looks like we just ended up making Lana look even more guilty. Got to find all the answers by tomorrow, mainly because there's a 3-day limit. You know, I'm kind of weirded out that there was never any 3 days in Apollo Justice or Trials and Tribulations. It's just that's why came as a shock when there were 3 days in case 3 for me. That never happened to me, but I don't know, it's really weird. I would assume that like the final game, Trials and Tribulation, like at least its final case would have like 3 days, but meh. So we're blowing this popsicle stand then. Is Edgeworth there? Or is he getting harassed by who we think he forged? Mr. Edgeworth isn't here. Of course not. Far too convenient. Maybe he's being questioned by an inquiry committee. Phoenix, you're evil. Took a real beating in court today. Yeah, with Lana admitting to falsifying evidence 2 years ago. I guess we'll just have to come back later. Herp derp. Where else can we go? Well, we got a few places, I guess. Hopefully one of them reveals something, because we can't go to Gant's place, which is so dumb. Well, is this just nothing again, or is this, Marshall! Sup, Bambina? Oh, Mr. Marshall! I never thought things would turn out this way when I woke up this morning. Yeah, you never know where life will lead you, hey, Bambino. Should've known my luck had run out when old Billy dried up this morning. Who's Billy? Oh, on the subject of Marshall, or no, on the subject of basically the evidence room, I forgot to mention this in my last recording session, but well, at the last part of the last, anyways, when Gant took Goodman into the evidence room, which I'm sure he did, I'm assuming Goodman didn't know that Gant was planning on killing him, like he was being, or at least he was being blackmailed, one of the two, and then he decided either when he realized or when he found a good opportunity, he like left the locker open after he gave all the evidence to Gant, probably. At least that's my theory. Yeah. My guess is there's something important on the inside of his locker, even if there's nothing there. There's probably something important. Like no evidence there, there's probably something there, you know. That's some line evidence. Anyways. Yeah, what the fuck? Who's Billy? Pet cactus? He's not being serious, is he? Dude, that's not actually a pet cactus, is it? Phoenix is joking, right? Oh, prosecutor's office. Interrogation. It's a voluntary appearance. We all know I won't be coming back. Oh, Marshall, no. You're an awesome detective. Even though I know that since Case 5 was made after the first 3 games, you won't be appearing in Justice for All, so... Unless, of course, you're in Justice for All, and then they made you appear in this game too, and that would make sense that... Well, no, then they would have to have met Justice for All, and I doubt they do that. Unless they planned Case 5, which I don't think they did. Mr. Marshall, why'd you do it? Why did prospectors head west? I was never any good at geography. Well, it makes sense, your brother and all. Before you turn yourself in, Mr. Marshall, would you mind telling us exactly what happened? Looks like I won't be getting a steak lunch today. Alright, more talking with Marshall. Something was fishy about that trial from the beginning. Maybe it was Ganty? Get it? No, I don't think you do. It's a funny joke. It wasn't just me either. All the detectives thought so. What do you mean fishy? Some of the facts reported were inconsistent with the evidence we found. Interesting. The murder weapon. The murder weapon? You mean the switchblade knife with the broken tip? That was Joe Doc's, alright. But in the initial autopsy report, a question was raised. A question? The blade of the knife was not a perfect match with the wound on the victim, the victim sustained. So in other words, it wasn't used as a murder weapon? Means there's a good chance that knife was not the murder weapon. Gas! In the report that was finally submitted, that possibility had been erased. How? Maybe because Gant wanted it erased? Case left behind scars in all of us. Some mental, some physical. I got the looks, but he got the brains. He was one of the best prosecutors around. Well, I guess you can definitely say you don't have the brains after yesterday's trial. I just made detective what went down. It was our first case together. How old was he? Your brother. That's a shame. First case together and... Wow. He was 27 at the time. How old are you? Derp. You're 33 now. 3 years ago, 31. Okay, so he was 4 years younger than you? Whoa. He was awarded the highest honor that very day. Yeah, King of Prosecutors. King of Prosecutors. Not that again. What are you looking at me like that for? It's an honor for a prosecutor. Mr. Marshall must have really been close with his brother. Guess so. The day the SL9 incident took place. That's right. It was the day of the evidence transfer. ZOMG. Interesting. It was drizzling that morning, and by nightfall there was thunder. Can't believe 2 years have gone by already. I tried to steal the evidence so the case wouldn't die. Apparently, someone tried to stop you. Detective Goodman was murdered, and the evidence locker was empty. Oh, God! What? God! Oh! Excuse me? Scars. There was something going on behind the scenes in that case. We all knew that later. Every detective involved in that investigation, save one, was taken care of. Miss Starr was fired and I was demoted and boxed away in a tiny room. What about Detective Goodman? If they did something to him too, the commissioners would get suspicious. No, they were careful enough not to be too obvious. They? Lana and Gant. Don't get upset, Bambina. I mean Damon Gant and Lana Sky. Hoo boy! Chief Detective Damon Gant and his second in command, Lana Sky. There wasn't a person on the force who hadn't heard of that duo. That case was the biggest step in both their careers. After the case ended, Lana transferred to the prosecutor's office, right? Yeah, Damon Gant, the new chief of police, arranged for that to happen. She's never been the same since she left. Huh. Lana could say the same thing about you. Everyone who knew her said so. Chief Prosecutor Scott was totally different when she was a detective. Now that he mentions it, Emma said something like that too. Yeah, most people got scarred by that, physically and mentally. Oh, let's see what I did there. Tell me, what happened to my sister? Sorry, Bambina, her secret is too well guarded. I never found out. Lana's secret. It all started 2 years ago. My guess is Lana knows just about everything, but she doesn't know Gant is evil, and when we prove that, she's gonna be like, what? So there you have it. It's my story. Did you enjoy it, partner? I enjoyed it thoroughly. Certainly enlightening. There's one thing for sure I found out in court today. Boy, Edgeworth isn't my enemy. He was the one who used falsified evidence to get a guilty verdict. But someone else was the one who gave him that evidence and planned everything. Yeah, Edgeworth's a cool bro. Even if he gets used sometimes. A lot of the times. Ooh. Don't believe me? Well, I don't blame you. I won't even be a patrolman after today. Too bad I won't be around to work with you. Ah, it is a shame, Marshall. Ooh. Oh, well then. This guy should have appeared in Apollo Justice. What the frick, guys? People who made this case. Unless he dies by the end of this case, I will be pissed at the game makers. Seriously, why could Marshall not appear in Apollo Justice? He's like the boss. Anyways. So, now what do we do? Do we talk to Lana again? This place is always pretty empty. I mean, everyone's busy solving crimes. If you're looking for the others, they're all in the conference room. Deciding Edgeworth's verdict. Wow! The chief prosecutor saying what she did, and the decision about what to do. About Mr. Edgeworth, not to mention our statement to the media in tomorrow's trial. There's more chaos going on than Thanksgiving and Christmas put together. Funny you should mention that. Festive is the word I usually use for those. Of course. Just head across the hall to the other building. Ooh, cool. It's okay for us to go in there? We aren't police officers or anything. Hey, you're right. You can't go in there. It's awful. Emma, you idiot! Now I see where Detective Gumshoe gets his unique charm. Well, what are we waiting for? Let's head to the chief's office. Right, he told us where it was. Ah! So the chief detective really isn't that bright? I'm surprised. I thought Gumshoe would be a... I thought he fell far from the tree. Apparently he didn't. Let's go. Holy piano! He's evil! He's the villain! Oh my god, look at this place. This screams big bad. And there's the music. Pretty cool song, actually. Oh, there's a picture. Whoa, where am I? In the chief's office, silly. At least that's what it said on the door. Check out that pipe organ. That's real, isn't it? I remember Ganondorf playing a pipe organ when I got to the end of Ocarina of Time. I was like, I freaked out. I'm like, whoa. And it's like, whoa. And there's a pipe organ here. I'm making a connection. No. Gant is related to Ganondorf. ZOMG. I used to take organ lessons in kindergarten. You're kidding me. That huge ass thing. Well, I guess that's just the sound maker, right? Little Miss Batch? Oh wow. Okay, yeah, that's 1/2 letters away from sounding really bad. I thought I was a genius until they tried teaching me notes. Oh wow, really? I never could remember where C was. Oh, you're just like me with music. I am terrible. I can play the drums, maybe, unprofessionally, like very crappily. Like, it's not bad when I play the drums, but anything that involves, like, my mouth or just movements of my hand other than beating things with sticks is impossible. Or hands. Beating things with hands like bongos. That's pretty cool. Oh, it's you two. Chief Gant. Put the paper he was reading in his desk. So, Mr. Wright, have you been swimming lately? What is your problem? Swimming? Like, seriously, what? No, I haven't. I have noticed you wear gloves all the time. Maybe you got a certain bloody glove print. Can we test your gloves? I don't think it works that way, but we could take it anyways. I can appreciate that. I've had my hands full too, with Mr. Marshall's misconduct. And Lana's provocative statement. Provocative. Oh, you mean about the forged evidence? 2 years have passed since that incident. My how time flies! See that big picture on the wall over there? That's a picture of Lana, Neil, and me. You're still proud, aren't you? You are the villain. He's gotta be. So this is Mr. Marshall's brother, Prosecutor Neil Marshall. We took it to commemorate our work together. Something's not right with this picture. Yeah, you're right. Something isn't right with that picture. If you look at this, you can see the shield, right? If you look at that, there's a sword on that thing. What the hell? Are we gonna get that add to the evidence? That'd be nice. Plus, who's the guy on the right? Can't quite seem to put my finger on it though. I can. The prosecutor's trophy has either changed recently, or that sword was for more than just decoration. That's definitely going to be presentable. Oh my god, your long pauses are so creepy. Yeah. I gotta check something. Gant team picture. Photo of the award ceremony of Gant, Lana, and Neil. Oh. I'm going to lock up here, so let's go out together. I guess. But this office, it was a crime scene 2 years ago, wasn't it? That case has long since been over. There's no need to investigate anymore. Killer. All the same, we'd still like to have a look around. Perhaps you didn't hear me. I said there's no need to investigate it anymore. Holy shit! At least didn't get the super evil grin. Hurry up and get out. I have a meeting to attend. 7777777. What? We're gonna need to get permission, huh? Seems the case isn't over with yet after all. Oh. Chief Gant denied a request to search the crime scene. Probably because he knew something was there. Not because... the dude has been so nice to us this entire time. He would not kick us out right now unless there was something important in there. There's no big deal to check around the house, is there? No, yeah, no. He's not someone like that would care that much unless it was important. Yep. Blue's Clues. From your way, we can get inside the chief's office. Well, I will investigate further next time. Let's play Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Case 5 Blind. Until then, Gant is freaking creepy. Bye. I still don't have an outro face.